Hey guys, what is going on? Kyle from DesignCentral here, and today we're going to be doing some tutorials, and I put out a straw poll, and it was camera movement slash text animation that was most voted, which I was surprised by that. I actually thought it was going to be sync, and I got Moonman with me, because, you know, just for some of that moral support. For some moral support. So, just get out any Lightroom. I just released one yesterday, so you can use that one. But grab a camera by clicking on this thingy and click on this little box up here, and then in the rotation make it 0 tab 0, and now it's completely perfect. I'm just going to change all the X, Y's, and Z's to 0, and then change the Y to like 100. And now you're on a perfect straightaway thing. You're going to want to grab a circle spline and drag the camera into said circle. Make sure the circle you can see it, so that's a horrible place, so drag the camera out. Drag the circle like in the middle somewhere, just so you can see it. Drag it up and make the radius a bit smaller. And then you drag it into the circle. So now anything that you do to this, if you go side, that goes side. If you go that side, if you rotate it, it'll rotate with you. Now, you're going to grab your motext, and if only I could see the motext, that'd be great.
Professionalism at its finest.
It's amazing. So you're gonna grab your text, put it in the middle, and what should we name this moon, man?
I don't know. I'm gonna leave that one up to you.
Oh crap! I'm not good with this under pressure. Under pressure. 7. Oh,
wow.
What did I do? What did I do? I pressed the wrong
You
button.
named it 7?
7. Nah, I'm not gonna name it 7. I'm just gonna name it tutorial. And then you go into your font. Never use a cartoon font. If you do, I will come to your house. I will stab you multiple times. Like, I see people using this font all the time. Oblex Pro. I will murder you if you ever use Oblex
That font is
Pro.
the best. Use it all the time.
Never use it. I'm more of a fan of the, let's go with SF Sports Night. It's kind of an overused font. Well, it's getting overused. It's starting. It's in the middle of that. Set the alignment to middle, and then drag it back onto your screen. We're going to duplicate, no, we're not going to duplicate yet. We're going to change the depth to 80, and then we're going to go into our caps, get fillet caps for both of them. Change this one to 10, and 10 steps and radius 3 for both of them. This will give it like a rounded edge kind of look, just to make it look nicer. We're gonna now duplicate the layer, change the depth to 40, and then we're going to get off our camera by pressing that white button, and go over here, and drag it back 20. Just because that's half of 80, that would just work. You then go into your caps and then change the radius for all of them. Keep the steps the same to 6, so change the radius to 6. This will give it the extruded look, and it looks really nice. Now you're just going to put some materials on there. I already am using Keen's 2014 Lightroom. Yes, I do have 2015, I just like the 2014 better. And we're going to put the metal on the middle kind of text, and make sure the material's on cubic and seamless. This will make sure that it's not a flat material and it's 3-dimensional. Same with the motext. I'm gonna put a green one. I don't know, I just wanted to do green and cubic and seamless, and then you render it out and it gives it a good look. So next, we're just gonna start off here as starting with the camera movement. Oh yeah, no, we're not going to start off with the camera movement yet. We're not there yet. We're going to group both our motexts, and as the null, we're going to change the object axis. With the object axis, it will enable us to not have it flip from the bottom, because that is the worst thing in the world, as you can see. I see a bunch of people do that all the time, so just move it up about halfway. You're going to have to eyeball it, and then move it back 40, because...
And if you press down the scroll wheel on your mouse, you can actually get a few windows up to make it a bit more precise.
Oh yeah, you're right, you can, but I don't do that because I'm good.
Oh.
So from there now, it's a perfect spin. Actually, that's a horrible spin, I lied, that's not perfect. That is not perfect in any way, shape, or form. I'm just gonna eyeball it on this one, just eyeball. If it looks weird, eyeball it. That's my goal in life. That's a kind of a text spin. We move it up a bit. Actually down. Perfect. And there we go. Kinda. Sure, why not? It just takes me a few tries because I don't try to do it the right way. That's a perfect 360 right there. So now, we're going to move on to our camera movements. We're just going to start randomly. Like, this is all you gotta do is just go random. Alright? So, I'm going to start from behind the text. Alright? And usually I like to start where I end. So, hold on. I just want to fix the circle, make it on the text, to be honest. Alright, so... Alright, good. Make the circle to be on the text, so then it'll rotate around the text. And with this, now you can do it. So, we're going to drag you back in there and rotate. We're going to start, as I said, behind the text. Start like right here, why not? And we're gonna make our drop, so like where the text will be, where like the bass will drop of the song is going to be right here. And I'm gonna make it like that. For the camera movements, it's literally just whatever you think looks good personally. It's not really style choice. There of course is like wrong ways. You're not supposed to be going like behind here, then like sideways, then up, and then over. Then you're supposed to make it as smooth as possible. Isn't that right, Moon Man?
That is correct,
That is
from my knowledge.
So like what I did just there, as I brought it back, that's something that I would do, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna bring it over to this side. So now it's gonna spin, hit this side, and then it's going to continue on that side, but go up a bit. And then, so we had a keyframe at 50, we're going to make one at, you can go anywhere from 40, so a 10 keyframe gap, or you can go about 15. I'm going to go with like a midpoint 37, so that's going to bring us down here, and we're just going to move it back. What this does is like, so it goes and it, instead of right here, normally it would be about like that, but this time it's like that. So then when it hits, it'll go further. Like that. Like so. Like so. At 50, I don't like how low it's going to be because that will make it off center when we do After Effects. So, we're going to bring that up a bit and then it'll hit it. Boom. A very important thing is, some people don't know this, but if you highlight all your keyframes, there's going to be something that says clamp. Make sure that is turned off. Like, uncheck that. That is basically the smoothness of what your text is going to look like, and your animation in general. So that will make it smooth. And at 300, I don't like how it just kind of sits there, so I'm just going to bring it down a bit, and yeah. Yeah, but every time that you make a keyframe, you're going to have to unclamp it. And if you have it clamped, then it's just going to be like really bad person. It's a style choice. Some people like it, like Zoda I know doesn't unclamp a lot of times. And yeah, that's his choice. I'm going to zoom out at the drop a bit. And back at 37, make sure all your keyframes add up. So it's the same thing. And then at 0, I'm going to make it zoomed in as well. So now, it's going to go out. Again, keyframe the last one, and unclamp them. So this is the zooming portion. At 30, if we did not have that one at 37, then it would be out there already. So that's why we add that one. It just adds more of a progression to the drop when it comes. So you have that, and it zooms out. Now we're gonna, it's all about trial and error. If you think that it's not going to be centered in After Effects when you do it, then I'd recommend changing it. But that's your choice. So now you have it going up. And you can see, like, from the smoothness of it, it's not going to be, like, I'll try to show you it with clamps. And you're going to see how unsmooth it is. Because it will go to one keyframe. It goes keyframe by keyframe when clamped. Like, see how? Watch the drop. It just hits it, like, hard. That's not good. So we go back into our camera, unclamp it. Just always make sure to unclamp it. And you'll always get that perfect, smooth picture look. Now we're going to work on our text animation. We're just going to be doing a simple flip text animation. I know, yes, that's like every single animation that you've ever seen ever. So just put it forward a bit, go to 50, not 50, 37. Bring it back a bit. And then at 50, we're going to make it do the half of, well, not a half rotation, but if this is full rotation, you can hold shift, get perfect. We don't want it to be up there. We want it to be like at 300 to 305. And with it being there, when we unclamp it at the end, right here, it will go up, essentially. So as you can see, it goes up. Sometimes you might want to make it more of an increase of going up. So we're going to want it to go like up 25% more. And, oh, forgot to unclamp. As you can see, when you have it clamped, it just stays there. And it looks awful. There we go. At the end, I'm also, not at the end, at the drop, we're gonna also make it angled a bit, just to add some, like, more style to it. And also at the beginning, we're also gonna add some angle to it. We're gonna unclamp it again, and at 300, we can also make it angled, and unclamp it. And perfect. That's your simple text animation. Now, many people are always asking me, how do I rotate individual letters? And basically, I'm just gonna go to a point where it's stable, like straight. Right here. So, to rotate individual letters, it's actually really simple. You're just gonna, the only problem is you won't be able to change your text, so make sure that you have everything perfect before you do it, and group. I'm actually just gonna delete the middle one just to make it look better. You're gonna right click the text and make it editable. Editable. You're gonna make it editable. Alright? And then you're gonna drop down all these menus. And let's just say that we want the O to spin or something like that. We're going to click on our object axis over here. Drag it over. Right to the middle. Drag it up, again eyeball it, and then drag it back around 40-ish. Okay, and then always unclick the object axis, because if you don't. So now, when you have the thing, you can change this to at 37, keyframe it, and then at 300, spin it 3 times, or 4 times, or 5 times. Just kind of go crazy with it, you know? But make sure that's even. So then, unclamp them. They'll keep spinning and spinning and spinning. Till the end. That's how you make individual letters spin. Just one more time, I'm going to do it for you. So you grab your letter that you want, you click on the object axis, over there, click on your move tool, move it over, around halfway. You're gonna have to eyeball that again, drag it up halfway, or as Moonman said, you can use this button up here, and you can get more precise. I just don't like to do that personally. Drag it about to the middle, and then drag it 40 back. Unclick your thing, and then it perfectly rotates around. Keyframe, and hold shift just so you can get a perfect spin, like spin radius. It'll go by 5s. 1080. That's perfect 4 spins maybe? Not sure. And now those will spin together. So that does that. I'm gonna have to actually edit this null ad here. I'm gonna have to bring that up because that is going down to the dumps. And then that's perfect. So that's how you do those. What time are we on? We're at 16 minutes. I think I can go for like 5 more minutes. We're gonna be doing a quick little spline tutorial, because people never know how to do those. I don't know, some people are actually learning how to do them, but so what you're gonna want to do is grab a helix. Sorry, gotta clear my throat. Helix, make it on the XZ axis, make it standing up straight, bring it to like the middle of it, and change the height of it so it's like just a long strand. I was gonna put one right here, and so, oh, did you just join now?
Possibly.
I haven't joined on.
I missed the part on clamping.
Clamping? I know I said a lot on that. Yeah, so, with this, then you're gonna want to grab a rectangle. I like to do it with a rectangle. You can do it with any of these except for arc, text.
Do it with a star.
I'll do it with a star. We're gonna. Alright, so we're gonna be doing it with the star. We're gonna get a sweep NURBS, and then we're gonna drag the star in, then the helix in. And I lied, we're gonna drag the helix in, then the star in. Make the star inner radius and outer radius go down like a lot. Wow, stars look awful, to be honest. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, they look awful. Let's make this 15 and make that one 20. Just texture it with anything. I'm just gonna do plain green texture. Again, from the Key 2014 pack. And so now you have this long strand and it doesn't do anything, it just kind of stays there. So what you're gonna want to do is go into the sweep NURBS, go into the object of it, and the start growth and the end growth is all that controls it. We're going to put both at 100 and change that keyframe to be at the, I'd say about 20. I'd say actually a bit before, I'd say like 17. And then we're going to go to our 37, where is our second thing. Make this 0 and 100, and then at 67 we're going to be making them both 0 and keyframe both of them. Actually, I'm going to need to move these because that's a bit before the drop, a lot before the drop. So move your middle keyframe to the drop no matter what, every time. And there you go. That's your spline. This one you don't have to clamp or unclamp, it just kind of does it naturally. I don't think it'll change. I just don't recommend it. And there you go. That is how you make a basic text intro with camera movements, splines, flips, and edible text. Thank you for watching. Let me know what your next tutorial is. I think it's going to be sinks, because that was the second most voted, and then we can do CC, smokes, particles, and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Moonman, say bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.